Welcome to Paris. We're on the Champs-Élysées, where, of course, in the next 2 or 3 hours, the riders will arrive, including Chris Froome, who's all but won the Tour de France. As you can see, the atmosphere is gaining momentum here. There's big crowds, lots of Brits here, especially supporting Team Sky and Chris Froome. And this has arguably been deemed the most competitive and toughest Tour de France going. And of course, Chris Froome will be very happy because he said last week, just to us on Sky News, that this would be his biggest achievement. He's had a lot of ups and downs, mechanical problems. He lost the lead. He had to fight back to get it. And so he will be very chuffed when he passes through here later on today. We expect him to pass the finish line with his Team Sky members, him in the middle, of course, as we usually see. And this is usually the ceremonial part of the Tour de France, the final stage, where we see the champagne flowing, and it's a bit of a celebration, really. Now, if you've got any questions, please do post them in the box below. I've got my phone here, so if I'm looking at that, I'm trying to see if there are any questions coming in. But should we have a few chats with people who've come to support? Let's head over here. I think we've got some Scots. So lots of people in the Tour de France branding. Can we have a chat with you guys, if that's all right?
Sure.
What do you make of the atmosphere? You've got your mascot there.
It's amazing.
Oh, it's just a party in Paris today. It's great. So we have Lessange with us, who's our mascot, and he's enjoying his yellow jersey, and we're just having a great time. Yeah, great
And you
time.
come all the way from Scotland?
Yes, yep. This is the first time. We watch it every year, but it's just amazing.
And what do you make of how Chris Froome's done?
It's incredible. It's amazing. It's been hard for him, and I just think it's great for British cycling. And
he has had
it's
his
a shame
ups and
about
downs.
Geraint Thomas crashing out, but
He's
sorry.
had his ups and downs, hasn't he, Chris
Well,
Froome?
yeah, it's been hard, really hard this year with Aru and Roman, but he's done really well.
And what are you expecting to see a bit later on when they pass down the Champs-Élysées?
Well, I think we're in an ideal position because we'll see them go backwards and forwards several times. But I think they'll just be celebrating and enjoying the atmosphere, and what an achievement for them to complete the 3 weeks. And here they are in Paris with the big crowds here. It must be great for them. Yeah.
Thanks very much for speaking
No,
to us, and enjoy
pleasure,
it. Have a good
pleasure.
trip back to Scotland. Well, you heard there, it has been 3 weeks, and it's been so gruelling, not just in terms of physically gruelling, but also mentally. They have covered about 2,000 miles, in fact more than 2,000. They've gone through more than 600 towns and cities. And it has been certainly very, very tough. 3 mountaintop finishes as well. If you are just joining us, please do keep questions coming in because we are here in Paris, the final stage of the Tour de France. Let's go and have a chat to a few more people, shall we? So if you head down here with me now. I think we've got a few Brits here.
Hello.
Hello. So you are 14 years old.
I am.
What kind of inspiration is Chris Froome to you?
He's a big inspiration to me, really. It's just amazing to see him win 3 Tour de France's back to back. But it's more than back to back, though. He's just won 4, and he's just inspirational to show that you can do it. You can start from nowhere and then do it, because that's what he's done, obviously. And it's just quite a lot to take in.
Are you a keen cyclist yourself?
Yeah, I am. We bike from Amsterdam to Paris in 5 days, so it's good to be here and I'm really enjoying it.
We've got some questions coming in because we're doing a Facebook Live.
Okay.
So someone's saying there were reports that Chris Froome was booed as he set off earlier on, but he was also cheered. Why do you think people booed him?
I think it's because that he's too good, and obviously the French don't like the Brits at all times, so I reckon some of
Healthy
it...
competition.
Yeah, I think they want Romain Bardet to win, and I like Romain Bardet, to be fair, but
He had a bit of a nightmare yesterday, though.
Yeah, it's not his type of thing, his time trialling, but it's disappointing Mikel Landa missing the podium by a second as well. That was close, but after 800 miles or something of biking, to finish a second off the podium, it's just... But I do like Bardet, to be fair.
So another 10 years, it could be you here.
Hopefully, yeah, hopefully.
In that yellow jersey.
Yeah, hopefully.
Thanks very much for
Thank
speaking
you.
to us. We'll let you get on. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll chat to you as well. Also, a Brit, you've come from London.
Yes,
what do you
I
make
have.
of the atmosphere?
Oh, it's been amazing. You know, just music and people. I know the music's off now, but it's been absolutely great. Yeah, there's been lots of cycling going on with a lot of sponsors, and I think that's just really good to build up people's confidence and get them into cycling. Yeah.
And we got some questions, as I've been saying. Billy said, I think he will win. Just hope nobody knocks him off, because of course he's just got to finish it to win.
Yeah, he does have to just finish it to win. Yeah, I too hope he just, comes through and Team Sky carry on supporting him today, and it'll be amazing to see him cross the line and see the sprinters finish today.
And why did you decide to come here? Because there's so many Brits. We were in Marseille yesterday, there were hardly any, but they all seem to be here in Paris.
Well, it was a little bit of a coincidence. I was going to a festival and it coincided with Tour de France, and I'm a big cyclist and a huge cycling fan, so yeah, I mean, I prioritised this over the festival.
Good choice. Thanks very much for speaking to us. So there we've spoken to a few Brits here. There's lots of flags. In fact, if you have a look over there, you might be able to spot a few GB Union Jack flags. Please do keep your questions coming in. I've got one here at the moment. You can probably hear this noise behind me. People celebrating, I suppose. It's a bit of a party atmosphere. So the question, is it normal for someone to win 4 times, or does it usually change more than that? Well, it isn't normal. It's pretty unheard of. The record is 5 times for a single person. So Chris Froome has done very well himself, that's for sure. But can he do it again next year? Who knows? There we go. You've seen a few people shaking maracas there. It's certainly very lively. If you are just tuning in, we are here on the Champs-Élysées in Paris, where it's it's currently local time at the moment for 3:34, so another couple of hours, and we expect them to pass through here on their bicycles, and of course they will do those traditional laps of the Champs-Élysées, and of course at the end of this there is the Arc de Triomphe, so lots of people excited to see that. As I say, this hasn't been straightforward, this Tour de France for Chris Froome, but he said that this would be his biggest achievement of all time if he wins, which it now looks as if he has done. He's just got to complete the course in order to win. He started off today with a 54 seconds lead on the others, and I have to say the atmosphere is absolutely incredible. We were in Marseille yesterday. It was a lot quieter there weren't nearly as many British fans, but certainly here today I would say the majority seemed to be Brits, and lots of them cheering on Chris Froome. Just going to see if I've got any more questions coming in. Please do keep them coming if you've got any. Should we see if we can speak to another person who's perhaps supporting Chris Froome? Oh, in fact, we've got a baby here. There we go, wearing the proper Tour de France kit. So where have you come from to support today?
London.
Ah, you're from London. And what do you make of Chris Froome, how he's done?
Oh, he's done a fantastic job. It's been a remarkable tour. All around. His team's had some ups and downs, especially losing Geraint Thomas early on, but they've really done a good job of keeping it together.
And 4 wins in 5 years, incredible feat.
Absolutely incredible, especially with no doubt about how they've been able to do it, and no question about his integrity and how he represents himself in cycling overall.
And are you a cyclist yourself?
I fancy myself one, yes, but nowhere on the level. But it's always fun to watch these guys do what they do best.
Thanks very much for speaking to us. He looks brilliant. There we go. How old is he?
5 months.
5 months and already a fan. There we go. You need to sort out that hat. Thanks very much. Well, like I said, we're going to move away from this loudspeaker now, because things are really gearing up here on the Champs-Élysées, where crowds are gathering. Of course, everyone rooting, well, the majority of people rooting for Chris Froome. Yesterday, when he finished his time trial, he did get booed, actually, when he came into the velodrome in Marseille. Here today, when he set off, there were some boos, but there were also some cheers as well, because I think it's difficult not to completely appreciate what he's been through the last 3 weeks. So much commitment to the sport. It's not just a physical endurance, but mentally as well. He has been through the mill, and they've completed thousands of miles, and this is the pinnacle, if you like. It's the final stage here on the Champs-Élysées. It is where people turn out, they see the champagne flowing among the riders, they cycle with their hands off the handlebars. It's a bit of fun, really. So he has all but won. That is for sure. He started the day with a 54-second lead on his opponent, and it's been very up and down, and arguably the most competitive and the toughest Tour de France going. But if he wins this, which he looks set to do, he will have won 4 Tour de France's in 5 years. That's an incredible feat, and only beaten by a handful of cyclists who've made it 5. So whether or not he will come back next year and try again, you would have thought so. He's in pretty good shape, 32 years old at the moment. But yeah, it's very interesting. So you are joining us here on the Champs-Élysées in Paris, where we are soaking up the atmosphere, as you can see. Lots of people. You've got some a British flag here, some on the other side of the barrier. And it is just lovely to be here, really. We're expecting the riders to arrive in the next kind of 2.5 hours. They set off from a town just outside Paris, and it's about 100 kilometres, I think, and they head in here, and once they arrive, they do about 8 laps, I think it is, of the Champs-Élysées, and that gives everyone a chance to see them in action. And we expect Chris Froome to cross the finish line with his Team Sky teammates, and he will no doubt be in the middle. I should point out that although he is the focus of attention here, quite rightly so, Team Sky have finished quickest out of any group of riders in the Tour de France. So it's a pretty incredible feat. And I should mention too, the domestiques, or as they are called, they are basically employed to keep Chris Froome going. They let him keep him refreshed, they keep him hydrated, and they kind of slow down the other riders, tire them out if you like, and make sure that he doesn't tire out himself, so that he can travel out of the wind, because of course there are horrendous winds when he's cycling up in the mountains. There have been 3 mountaintop finishes. But I'm going to leave you now. Thank you very much for all your questions here from Paris. If you tune in on Sky News later on, we will have live coverage when these cyclists come in. At the moment we've got a few local cyclists, I think, just going up and down the course, but it's about 2.5 hours' time when they arrive here, and we will have full coverage on Sky News and, of course, a TV report later on tonight. Thanks very much for joining us.